Hello, I'm Judy Vitale with your weekly horoscopes at work for the week of October 30th through November 5th, 2017. Yep, it's Halloween. And it is that time of year when we're really going deep, really looking at our deepest natures and finding out what are we capable of. And I hope you're really still working hard on your projects. Your first indication of how well you're doing will come this week when we have a full moon Saturday morning. November 4th at 1:23 a.m. is going to be in the sign of Taurus. And so this really is going to show you what is paying off in terms of what you're doing. And I encourage you to look at what is paying off and what is not paying off and sorting out your activities so that you're on the right road toward being productive and getting rewards for what you do. I mean, there are rewards such as, oh, well, yeah, I did a good thing. And there are a lot of good things to get from that, and you need to have some of that in your life. But many of us, especially those of us in the spiritual professions, tend to go too far in that direction. So do please try to be productive so that you continue doing your work, okay? That's my message basically about this week's or this month's full moon. And then we also have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. That will take place on Sunday. Outside of that, there really isn't a whole lot going on, but you do need to know what's going on day to day so that you can plan out your week. So let's go. Monday, we have a Pisces moon. People will be dreamy, kind of sleepy, and the moon will be in a trine with Jupiter in the middle of the night. Might have a lot of dreams. Keep those dream journals active in a conjunction with Neptune that's especially intense. And that's going to take place at about 5:33 p.m. And that, again, is great for imagination, but it's also a time when you have to watch the people are not being deceptive with you. So look out for that on Monday. Tuesday, the Pisces moon continues all the way till 5:08 p.m. when the moon goes void of course. Remember those void of course moon periods. You want to avoid making major purchases. Anything that you do is just not going to turn out the way that you had planned or hoped. So just expect the unexpected and finish rather than start. And that's about all that's going on Tuesday. We have a couple of little aspects with the moon, but nothing that you need to get too excited about because you're going to have enough thrills and chills because it's Halloween. And then also on Wednesday, the moon's going to go into Aries, and that's certainly going to be exciting. And that Aries energy is very provocative. It just pushes everybody forward. So that happens at 2:43 a.m. on the East Coast with an opposition to Mars. This is going to be especially intense. You're really going to feel it because Mars is there in Libra, just sort of stirring things up with that Aries moon. And then on November the 2nd, we have the Aries moon continuing all the way to 11:03 p.m. and the moon making lots of aspects. So this is a good day for getting your business finished and really, wrapping things up because Friday, that full moon energy is going to be in the air and people will be a little bit more than nervous. It's just that, it does that. And especially with Taurus, people think of Taurus people as being steady and calm, and they are, and they can be. However, they also worry a lot. They're very protective, and when they sense that something isn't going to be or has any chance of not being in a perfect order or staying the way that it is, they will protect and they will worry. And so we will all, with the Taurus full moon, have that feeling of like, oh my gosh, what if, what if, what if? So I will just say, if you're asking any questions that begin with the words what if, just put that question aside. It's all going to be fine. Sun will be in a trine to Neptune on Friday afternoon, so that's really great for imagination. Use this time to visualize how you're doing, what you're doing. Ask yourself, what's really working out for me? And then on Saturday, when the full moon comes, you'll have an idea of what that is. But with a Venus opposition to Uranus at 1 o'clock in the morning, there can be a little bit of volatility in our minds. And so, again, try to hold back on that tendency to worry. On Sunday, Mercury's moving into Sagittarius at 2:19 p.m. We'll also have a short void of course moon period between 4:29 and 5:26 a.m. on Sunday. Don't worry about that one. Most of us will be asleep or out. It's not going to really impact business very much. And, the November 5th, it's also the day that we get that extra hour of sleep. So that'll be nice. And that's because we're turning the clocks back, fall back, spring forward thing. And we'll be going on to standard time zones at that point in time. So we'll have the Gemini moon on Sunday, which is really good for communicating. So here's what I'm up to this week. On Wednesday, I'll be at Journeys of Life from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So even those of you who are working, can stop by or make an appointment, grab a spot. I'm available for any kind of consultation you may need in terms of coaching and hypnotherapy and EMDR and yoga and all the things that I do, including, of course, astrology. And I'm in town all of this week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be participating in a dancing mindfulness instructors kind of intensive, and that's going to be taking place at Green Arrows. If you're interested, on Sunday, we're having a community class, so stop on by Green Arrows 209 Commercial Avenue in Aspinwall, and we'll be presenting dancing mindfulness, which is just a really wonderful way to release emotions and release any kinds of, it's really for people who suffer from trauma. So it goes with a lot of the other work that I do, like hypnotherapy and EMDR. So if you have any questions, or if you would just like to get in touch with me so that you can participate in some of my services, that would be awesome. I would love to hear from you. All you got to do is email me, Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.